live or not. I do not know. Let me go check.
It's the HSC stream, right?
Yeah. Nope, we are definitely live.
Live.
Yep, we have made it.
Kingpin. You're a kingpin. You've
Save the broadcast.
the day.
But here we are today at the preseason finals on the 29th of the 3rd, 2020, Meta HSC. Alright, shall we get this show on the road?
Yeah, we should.
Alright.
We can tell them we're ready.
Let's go, gamers.
Yep. Thugaliza's ready.
Thugaliza has dropped the R in chat.
Yep.
Today we have INT IQ versus the Cyber Athletes.
Yeah, so blue side Cyber Athletes, red side INT IQ. Cyber Athletes are the team that we casted on our first game.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have some of the highest elo players in the tournament.
Definitely. I definitely recognize everyone on blue side now.
Okay, I do recognize everyone as well.
Doomed Game is Rizza.
Yeah, I know. Someone told me that last week. I know Totorific.
Yeah?
On red team. He's a Fizz player. He is in Diamond as well. As hence the Fizz ban. So I think that's a really good ban because Fizz is one of those champs that really just destroy teams when there's a lot of chaos and the game's not like structured. So I like the respect ban. The Rengar ban, is Pato9 a Rengar player or is it a Rengar top lane, do you reckon?
I reckon, surely Pato9 has to be a Rengar player. The Rengar... Yeah?
Pato9 has 11 games played, 100% win rate Rengar.
Okay, so they're just taking out the Rengar. Rengar's an annoying champion to verse.
Yeah, Pato9 actually is a Diamond player, just currently in Platinum. That's
Alright.
what it looks like on his OPGG.
He's making his way back up with the Rat Dog. Everything's open. The only OP banned out is like Ornn, I guess MF.
Yeah. Well, Camille Band's targeted at Maximize. I wouldn't call him a one trick, but it's definitely his best champ. Actually, would you call him a one trick?
It's close. It's definitely
It's close,
close.
isn't it? He did play Aurelia. He did play Aurelia last week, but he was versing the guy who was not level 30. So, I mean, looking at his OPGG, he can play Camille, can play Set,
Yeah.
can play Vlad. So definitely, if you just glance at his OPGG, it's not one trick. But
They did give up Wukong though.
yeah, the Ook man. I think Ook is very OP.
He's very broken and he's also very easy to play.
I was just saying, I've never played it, but in the show match, if someone leaves it open, I might break it out. I did used to be a Wukong connoisseur back in the day.
We didn't have any scrims on Wukong, and Jordan's like, I want to play Wukong jungle, and we're just like, okay. Like...
Yeah, for sure, I could tell. I could tell he didn't have any Wukong games.
But like, the champ's just so effective regardless.
Yeah, I guess the thing that I don't know about is how does his second ult function?
Well, you know how his old ult was just 4 seconds?
Yeah.
His new ult is 2 seconds, and after you cast the first one, for 8 seconds, you can cast the second one. So it's like, It's like Rumble-y. No, I just knew that, because I looked up the Wukong kit, because I was confused as well, like a while back.
You need to check Discord when you can.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like I'll talk about draft, you check Discord. So earlier time center, I don't know about fasting center if it's good on this patch. They did nerf it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about the logistics of that and whether or not it is just giga broken. I think Tom in isolation is just mega broken, so that's fine. Like I don't mind the Tom pick, but I'm genuinely not sure about the center. Eve jungle is like one of those like weird niche things that potentially you can or can't make work. I actually would have liked to have seen them not pick Eve here, not pick jungle, and just drop jungle if he has a champion pool, because then your Wukong's a flex. But right now it's like Wukong's going to a solo lane because you have Eve jungle. So like you kind of gave away the bluff, and having the bluff in draft is pretty important.
Yeah, you should always
Um,
pick the bot lane there, I think. It's
yeah,
definitely an AD lock-in or a support lock-in.
especially because Aphelios is still up, but Aphelios again is one of those champs where like not every player is gonna be able to play Aphelios in certain elos.
Yeah, he's a bit hard now as well, since he's been nerfed a couple times, like, his lane
Yeah,
phase
well,
is a bit harder.
the more you nerf a champ, the better you have to be at it.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
He's so insane if you get out of lane though.
Mm.
But I
Did
think
you?
the what do you call it? The Eve is pretty good into Senatam.
Did someone just leave lobby? That was the sound that.
That was definitely the sound.
Yeah. Uh.
It's
Yeah. I
it,
was gonna ask you, how's Senator this patch? I don't know if it's good or not.
it's okay. It's not like incredible. Some people still like it. I'm not a huge fan personally, but it's definitely doable. It's not it's not the worst. And Senna's still really oppressive in lane. Like a lane without sustain, like Tristana Nort, is still really hard.
Yeah. I'm just tweeting out the game.
Yeah, that's a Mordekaiser lock-in.
Mod. I don't mind mod. I I don't mind mod in some situations. I consider mod nowadays like Java. Like
Yeah,
uh
you pick him to play a Gimgoon, not to play the
yeah,
game.
yeah. And but also like very immobile champions, I think mod's really good still. Or like good at least, maybe not really, really good. But if you can get mod like in 4-5, good matchups top lane and immobile everywhere, then I think mod's good. But the problem is everything's got a hop, skip, and a jump nowadays, so it's
If you're playing Mord into like MF or Varus, you're pretty happy.
yeah. But
Wait,
I
that's a
remember I played it.
Tristana mid?
Yep. Oh, they got the 5p Aphelios.
The 5p field? That's really strange.
Yeah.
It
But as
looks
I was
like they're
saying,
putting Mordekaiser into the Wukong so they don't have to lane the Aurelia into it.
yeah. As I was, I don't even know if I feel like Tristana would blast earlier.
I think so too.
Um, yeah. As I was saying to, if you could, can you turn me up a little bit, please?
No,
Just a little bit,
you're not
just a
allowed
tad.
to.
Turn me up. I'll mute myself.
You've moved your mic away from
My mouth.
yeah.
How
Alright.
about that?
Yeah, that's good.
As I was saying, but I don't want to put it too close because then when I put it too close, I get muffly. But
True, true, true.
what I was saying was I played a game with Carbon,
Mhm.
um, and I played Mordekaiser into I think it was I was versing Ezreal. Uh, I can't remember exactly right, but
Just too
everything had a
mobile, yeah?
yeah everything had a flash and a dash. Like, and I was so fed in lane. I solo killed my lane like 3 or 4 times. But oh no, yeah, it was a Kale. I was versing a Kale, which gets like really huge
Yeah, yeah,
range.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then their jungler was like a Lee Sin. And then the mid laner was like I can't remember, but had like a Mega Dash.
Mhm.
And then the ADC was Ezreal, and there was just no target for me. And I just every fight I started on like quarter health because I was just getting chunked trying to get in and ult someone.
Yeah.
Mega doomed.
It's pretty rough. I saw you remember Command Attack?
Yes, the
He
Oriana player from the
yeah,
main.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He does this like pretty grief Mordekaiser build where he goes like Gunblade Righteous Glory. But then I had a thought and I'm like, wait, Righteous Glory is just like kind of good sometimes if you feel like you're useless and can't get in.
Well, yeah, my Raja's Glory on mod's not bad, but the Gunblade, you're actually asking to be reported.
He uses the Gunblade to land E. It's genius.
Yeah, but what if you just become a better player and land E, right? Like,
Then you don't have to build Gunblade anymore.
yeah, and then you're maybe a lot stronger. I feel like the Gunblade is when you're very. Oh, so okay, yeah, Aurelia's gone mid, and the Mordekaiser's gone top. So Lee Sin into Eve. This matchup is pretty like snowbally in the sense that Lee Sin wins the matchup pre-6, and then at level 6, the Eve can actually win this matchup quite easily. Like the base damage from Evo, including and then the W like magic shred from the W on Eve just makes Lee Sin really one-shottable. So the onus is on Lee Sin to at least get a small lead. And then if Lee hits 6 first, you just want to like run into the jungle and find Eve. You want to be an absolute madman.
Yeah, if you kill Eve
Um,
once, you just chain kill her, but if you don't
yeah,
kill her, she's gonna kill you at some point.
yeah, but the problem that I think that that cyber athletes might have is that they'll have negative priority mid, and Eve will be able to like at least farm safely because the first person to collapse should be the Tristana on the Lee Sin.
Yeah,
Um,
theoretically, but that's like depending on how the mid matchup goes, because Aurelia is just a bit of a flip champ. Like
you
the
mean
mid,
flip? Is it coin flip?
yeah, like the mid matchup could go either way pretty
Yeah,
easily.
I mean like if an E lands, Trist is dead,
Yeah,
but an E shouldn't land. And also like the all in is Eve's a champ that you talk about being pre-6, being real scary, but like, a level 3, a level 4 Evelyn gank onto Aurelia is pretty high value, especially
yeah.
because, Tristana W,
If
if the
Trish W is on the Aurelia's head, you actually kill her, right? Like,
yeah, 100%, and I don't even know if you lose after that if Lee counter ganks. I actually like their 2v2 mid. It's quite strong. Um in the sense that cuz also remember Aurelia's W no longer has magic resist.
yeah. She
And
just should
she
get one shot.
Yeah, she struggles, not struggles, but she isn't as OP anymore, obviously, and she does get one shot by a lot of mages or a lot of like, AP assassins.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this is the fasting time Senna, I think, but
It
well,
should
Senna's
be.
gone glacial, but we'll see when the game starts. We'll see if Senna actually lasts its minions. But if it's not Senna fasting, then she gets like she really misses out on souls, and like the half the champion is souls.
Yeah, it's the champion with gold instead of souls is pretty bad
Mm.
in my experience.
And knowing you, you probably got a lot of experience on center because you probably played at top lane because the way you play the game is just whatever whatever isn't a top laner, you'll play top lane.
If it's broken, I'll pick it.
Yep.
Has your
Okay,
game loaded past 0000?
no, I'm 0 0 0 0.
Yeah, I'm just vibing out here.
So we got to pause again, right?
Presumably.
Yeah.
It
Alright.
just started
Uh
loading?
yeah, you wanna pause?
No, it's fine. As long as we're on like a same-ish
Okay,
page.
same time. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright. So we got a ping onto the red buff, which is on the way ping onto the red buff, which oh, your black screen.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's gonna work soon.
one moment. We are live, and we must remove the chat.
Ah, yes.
I do not trust
I'm
these
okay.
players with all
No,
chat.
yes. I'm okay to read all chat, and I can tell you if there's something that's funny, or interesting. Um, I'm just directed camera.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave mine
Yeah.
undirected.
Okay, cool. So I actually really like Nautilus Aphelios. I just have no idea about Senator. I just don't know. It's the biggest anomaly for me. 'Cause if it's still broken, like if it's still really good, then they're in for a rough time bot lane.
I don't
But
think it is.
yeah. Oh, this is that is pretty bad for Aurelia, and if they called Wukong, if they just 3-man bum rushed Aurelia here, then Aurelia can't get the base off. Hey, she actually can't. Yeah,
Yeah,
she can't get the base
that's
off,
good. That's good.
and that's a really big advantage already in mid lane.
What's really good, if the Tristana staunches the wave and prevents the Aurelia from getting like the stacks,
Mm.
then the lane's just pretty doomed. Cause
Well,
Aurelia, yeah,
at level 1, it's probably better that that Triss takes, like, I want to see Triss taking damage here, like from minions, to zone Aurelia from wave. Like he's letting Aurelia auto attack the wave.
yeah. You shouldn't let the Aurelia have all this priority
Yeah.
for free.
Like I'm obviously not directed camera right now. I'm hovering mid lane, but like Aurelia just used E. Oh no, sorry, Q. Sorry. I lied. I'm trolling. Oh
Wait,
my god, that
wait,
Aurelia.
wait. What's going on?
Trading. He's actually just lost lane.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm going back to directed camera.
yeah. What I was gonna say is, the Aurelia needs 5 stacks to be useful. Before it used to be like she did enough damage, but with as of like I don't know, maybe like 10 patches ago, they changed it so that you only get like the big damage off of your 5 stacks.
Yeah.
So without 5 stacks, she's fairly useless.
Yeah, I saw you play Aurelia yesterday and not 5-stack a team fight into a Braum exhaust.
I definitely just like press R, get exhausted, and have to run away.
Yeah.
They're getting all into the bot lane.
I know, this is why Tom's broken.
Yeah,
This is
Tom.
literally why Tom's broken.
Tom just walks up on 1v2s.
He just solo killed the AD, bro.
Yeah,
Pretty
he
much.
definitely did. What is fight in the jungle?
Yeah,
Wait.
this is what needs to happen. So Eve used W on jungle camp, and as soon as that happens, she's a million times weaker. But this is what we're talking about in terms of prio, where like Tristana can come, but I think they've just like mismicroed the situation a little bit.
Yeah, definitely miss micro.
I definitely think this is a situation in which they win. Unfortunately, it's just been mismicro. Yeah, it's
That's so sad.
But again, this is what we were saying, right? Like Lee Sin Pre-6 has the free reign to do this sort of stuff in the enemy jungle. Like, and it's what you have to do in Turbulent. You never really want Eve to be free farming. I think, you know, Red Team has played their matchups a little bit wrong. And Blue Team has really like, at least they've known what their matchups and what they need to do. I think it's like a really good invade from Lee, and I actually think the game becomes unplayable for Eve like now.
Yeah, the Lee Sin just gets too tanky, right?
Yeah, and we'll like.
Oh, he's gonna die here again.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah.
He did get the crab. Oh, he's okay. That's okay.
I think Lee griefed really hard there. So he could have just W'd to that ward.
Yeah, just started autoing
applied
him.
red buff autos. Yeah. So a little tip for everyone that's watching: you never want to use your gap closer if you don't have to. You know, yes, W is a gap close, but the Q is way more important in this situation. So like, if you can get into melee range and apply red buff and start autoing, just do that.
It does hella damage as well later, so.
Yeah, true. I mean, this time is literally solo killing enemy AD.
He's definitely thick.
Yeah, so I mean, we've got Tristana's wave pushing out, like slow pushing. It's gonna hit tower soon. You know, there's a bit of prio. I think the Eve is momentarily safe to full clear and get his bot camp. Wukong is I thought that this is kind of how this matchup will play out. I think like Mortar has a little bit too much sustain, and probably Wukong doesn't have the base damage to do anything early.
Yeah, it should just be farm, but it shouldn't be this bad.
As intense as I don't think it is. He's got a massive wave. Well, he had a massive wave, but I think he missed like most of it. He's also mismanaged some mana. I don't know.
He's probably just tried to trade too much.
Yeah. Eve has been pinged out on bot camps. That's a nice stun landing from Aurelia, but I don't think it matters. Like,
I feel like
just loses the trade.
yeah, when the Tristana has bone plating, he should just stand there and hit him, I think.
Yeah. Well, the Tristana should know too that there's no ignite. Which means like the kill threat is quite low. I think Aurelia really needs ignite, especially early in this matchup, to be like 70 kill threat. And like obviously the level 6 is really important, but dude, in my head, like the Tristana into Aurelia just makes all the sense for Tristana to win this.
Yeah, I think so too. But
like even at 6, how does she stick?
Well, at 6, if the Aurelia ever Qs onto you, she Qs behind you, right? You can just ult her into tower.
Yeah, true. If you W like on top of her as well, she can't even Q out. Like she can't Q2 out. There's a TP coming in behind Eve right now. It's the Mordekaiser and he's level 6, so I think that's unfortunately Evelyn's gonna be going to the Shadow Realm.
Wait, he missed the Q. He missed the E.
He's missed everything, but it doesn't matter. He's just gonna get auto attacked from there. Oh, wait a minute. No, really, I guess that. They double flash. Yeah. I don't think he has a Q reset, so that stun doesn't matter. He's gonna get over though, so the Tristana needs to decide here whether he's gonna stand on the tower and try and eat the wave, or base. I think he's doing the smart thing in basing.
Yeah, the base is good.
It looks like Aurelia's allergic to creep, specifically because the match. One second. The time's landed a Q, and that usually means that he's gonna someone's getting solo killed. Yep. Lee Sin actually disengaged really early there.
It was a bit strange.
Why? Yeah, maybe he's just like afraid of the damage, but he did have a Tarm eat. You know, like I don't know. That was weird champ.
Definitely not the play.
That was weird champ, right? Like Lee could have tanked. What are they doing? What's this Lee doing? He's being cheeky.
He's being very cheeky. His bot lanes are getting harassed.
Eve is just trying to power farm to 6. I wonder how far Eve is off 6 so we get Evelyn online.
Surely like no more than 2 more camps, right?
Bro, I don't know. Lee's had a triple kill level 1.
It's just been a sad clear. It's been a sad life after that
He's
that
level
fight.
5 facing. He should probably. I don't know. He probably should have just. Yeah, I guess he needed to base. I guess he was scared of Lee dipping into his bot side jungle, and he wants to be like full health, full mana if the fight does break out. But Preseason's played the game pretty well at the moment. He's put pressure on bot lane, which has been really important. He's put pressure on mid lane, and he's like doomed the jungle matchup. Nice
Wait,
stun
the Triss
land.
kills him? Oh, I reckon the Triss could have just killed him.
Well, once you use W like that and he Q's away, oh lordy, lordy.
That's a rough one.
Yep. I think there's definitely some questionable Aurelia gameplay in the mid lane. He's landing his E's, which is good. Like, the first test for an Aurelia is can you land your E's? And then when you do, the second test is can you land your ultimate? Oh, nice little sidestep from Faker.
Whoa!
I don't mind that play.
Twatterific!
Yeah, I don't mind that play. He's gonna die there.
That's fine.
I don't mind the play at all. And it looks like the Time again has solo killed someone in the bot lane. I
He
mean,
just
of course
walks
Senna's
up
doing
and
something, but wait a minute.
Wait, the Aphelios?
Yeah, he
Oh
had red
no.
guns. He had a lot of chakrams. He had optimal chakrams. Nice flash, but he's gonna get time. He needs to do time.
Oh.
Ah, man.
Tom
Tom's
Catch is
actually-
just obscene.
Yeah, I was streaming yesterday, co-streaming the OPL with
Yeah.
King. And if I mean, there might be people watching who doesn't know King, but he's an academy player for Cloud9, but played in Oast for like many years.
Yeah.
And he was saying, Tarn is pretty much like first pickable from what he's seen in like bot lane in NA.
Because he just. What?
Because wait, this is what I was talking about too. With 1 sec, wait a hot minute.
He just gets one shot.
Yeah, exactly. Eve is so far behind in this matchup, but as soon as Eve hits 6, it's just a one-shottable matchup for Eve. And it seems like I've learned this over the years, getting one-shot by many Eve one-shots in solo queue. It doesn't matter how even far ahead you get, the base damage from Eve and with W and ult is just too high. Even look at this onto a mid laner. Sure, he doesn't have any MR, but like the Eve's not strong.
What I've also noticed is Hexdrinker doesn't do anything. Because when you're in Hexdrinker range, her ult just does like 3 times its normal damage and one-shots you anyways.
Yeah. So my point was, King was saying Tarm is just blind pickable in bot lane. Like, they can pick a mage, but it doesn't matter because you'll just get, like, you'll just come back to lane and one-shot the mage. And, like, your all-in is just too much for the mage or, like, range sub to deal with. And then, you know, if they match you with, like, a ini melee,
You just win it.
the lane. And because a lot of people have the conception that, 1 sec, as Tarm's ulted onto the bot lane, he's literally just gonna eat it.
He runs really fast.
Yeah. He's got his... He went Sunfire and not Deadman's Play. I don't like that. The Sunfire is trolling. Deadman's Play is way better.
I don't think you need the wave pressure as Tom Catch.
No, you don't. Sunfire is really grief. But my point was, before I got rudely cut off by cyber athletes, it's Palm. People pick Braum into Palm. Oh no,
Goodbye.
oh no.
That's a lot of death.
Everywhere, I'm trying to get my point across, and then everywhere's dying. If they could wait a minute, it'd be really great. So a lot of people pick Braum into Palm, and to be honest, I was under the impression that Braum was really good into Palm as well. But he said, like, you know, playing at optimal levels, like if everyone's playing optimally, the Palm takes tower at 12 minutes into Braum. And
Jesus, okay.
I was like, everyone was kind of a bit confused. That's a really good pick by Toro and Pat. Everyone was a little bit confused, but he was telling me like when he would lane against Vulcan and Sven, obviously they're playing like really optimally.
Yeah.
That it's like unplayable. The Palm just 1v2's lane.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting, but like I don't know if I would take his word for it over someone else's. You know.
That's fair. That's probably the highest level opinion we have access to.
Exactly. And like he has access to like his Cloud9 main team, so it makes a lot of sense, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, the Eve's done a decent job, you know, finding some picks and coming back into the game. He's managed to get his jungle item, and I would argue that, you know, at this point, if Lee walks into him now, he does enough relevant damage to either kill Lee or force Lee out. But if Eve face checks Lee, obviously Eve's getting one shot
Yeah, I don't really like the blue smite personally.
on Lee or Eve.
On Lee. On Eve it's fine.
Yeah, but if you're going lethality, I think the blue smite is a must.
Ooh, is he dead?
I don't. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
nice, nice, nice.
I don't think you have access to enough relevant damage on. One sec. That's a pretty bad center off. Oh no, he's about to get Tom Kench. He's gonna get Thomas Kench.
Everyone's getting.
Tom
Wait,
has no E.
the Tom's
Tom
getting
has no E.
catched.
Yeah, Tom's getting Kench. Wait a minute. This is a really big turnaround for red team here. Wait a sec.
Ooh, it's a bit sad, but it's still good.
Well, the shutdown was the Tom, right? Like the center's not really worth much.
Yeah.
So you're happy you got the shutdown on Lee, you got the shutdown on Tom.
Oh,
and
the Wukong's flashed in the ult.
all of a sudden now red team have a really big win position in Tristana.
The Triss is pretty big, yeah, but it's hard to play still.
Yeah, I agree. The top lane is really doomed at the moment. But what were you saying?
We're just talking about
Blue
Tom
Smite, Red
Kench.
Smite.
Oh
No,
yeah,
Blue Smite,
okay,
Red
yeah.
Smite. Yeah, I think once you go lethality, Lee Sin, you don't go red smite anymore. You don't have enough like. You don't
Yeah.
auto attack enough.
That makes sense.
And you want like the burst from blue smite early. The burst from blue smite is really significant. Oh, he sucked him back out of the blast cone. He's flashed as well. I'm not sure about the flash. At certain points in certain games, you really need to accept death.
Yeah, you just cop it, because the flash makes him unable to teamfight for 5 minutes.
And now he's flashed and died.
It's really achieved nothing.
So there's definitely. I'll give you a cheeky all chat. I know you turned off all chat.
I definitely heard. I heard the message come through.
Yeah, Maximize said lol in caps, and then Aphelios said lol in caps, and then Tom Kench said lol in caps.
Alright.
What rank is this? So everyone's pretty much diamonds. Diamond, high plat, and then I think there's a feature from a gold player. But yeah, any and all is the important thing. Where it was an any and all tournament. Didn't matter what rank you were. But these are the two kingpin teams, right? These are kingpin teams.
You know who's the kingpin? Tom Kench.
Who?
Thomas Kench.
I was about to say Thomas Kench.
Definitely the kingpin of this game. It's
I
actually,
think
yeah?
hear me out. I have a hypothetical question as Aphelios gets solo killed. If you subbed Faker in right now,
Yep.
does he carry this game? If Faker's Tristana,
Faker's Tristana carry this game? I think so.
Yeah. You don't think there's you don't think there's too many threats? Like what does he do if Maw just ults him? You reckon he 1v1s him?
Probably not.
Dodges everything?
But I reckon
He would not get ulted, right? Faker would be good enough to not get ulted.
even if he did get ulted, like Tristana has the tools to like stall out the ult and not die. And like it might be hard, but I think that like the Lee Sin's really outplayable in this game, so is the Aurelia. So I reckon Faker could do it.
Yeah, I think this Eve actually just got killed by Thomas Ken. No, okay, he used his ult.
She was just
The
getting
problem-
tongued.
I was about to say the problem with Eve is like once you're using your ulti to disengage, then
Yeah, your champ is nothing.
your champ is like literally negative.
Ooh, the Tom Kench. Oh, that was a smooth tongue.
He definitely landed the lick, and he's tanking the tower while Wukong's hitting him. I think Wukong can kill him, but maybe Wukong's not comfortable within his limits. Actually, no, he knows his limits more than I do because he didn't actually kill him. But the Eve, he has no magic resist yet. He's going wit's end the time.
He is. It's not bad. It's a decent item.
I was like kind of confused why the Nort was running past the Mord there, but he tried hooking him into tower, and this is really a flash into the base to secure the kill onto Aphelios. So it's definitely a rough time bot lane for red team.
Yeah, that is one large Mordekaiser.
Well, as I say, it's a rough time bot lane and a rough time top lane, and jungle mid are just kind of question mark things right now. But
Yeah.
like I guess the Eve
Had a roughie as well, yeah.
Yeah. What do you do at this point? 11k, 12k gold lead, 17 minutes. I think this is the second significant gold lead we've casted of Cyber Athletes.
They definitely have a habit of accruing them up. But
Didn't they have like 14k last game, like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah,
something
something
like
pretty absurd. I think you just wait for your Aphelios to have items, because it feels like the red team heavily outscales blue team. I'm fairly sure everyone disagrees with me when I say it, but I think Senna scales badly relative to every other marksman that's played.
Sineska is badly into tanks, I think, not into no tank comps.
It's just like every time I see like a 3-item Aphelios or a 3-item MF versus like like the Senna Tom at 3 items, the Aphelios just like is like a 1v9 champ, and the Senna Tom is just like there.
I think this but I do think this Aphelios went wrong build. I think IE Runance is optimal build.
Yeah, some people still like Reaver, but especially when you're behind, you need to skip it.
There's no bait, like there's no like Aphelios is a champion for me that does that just auto attacks, right, and does a mega ton of damage, and it's not something that really relies on spells.
Yeah, I don't know why Reaver is optimal, like why people go Reaver. It's never made much sense to me.
I think Reaver was just hype train. Reaver and Aphelios came out around the same time as people were running like Aphelios on, Essence Reaver on most ADs like Lucian and stuff.
Yeah.
And so then, you know, it looked cool and looked good on Lucian, and people just kept doing it on every other AD that they could. But taking into account like raw damage numbers, I think it's just IE Runance is just far more optimal on something like Aphelios.
Yeah. On Aphelios' release, you know how Stormrazor was like pretty good first item?
Yeah.
And like Stormrazor sucks now, but Stormrazor was good first item. Aphelios' win rate was 4 or 5% higher with Stormrazor first, instead of Reaver. But everyone just still built Reaver anyways.
Didn't know that, but did you just see Mordekaiser's EQ combo on Aphelios?
Definitely.
Quarter health?
Yeah, borderline one-shot him.
Yeah, borderline one shot. That's good. At a certain point, you just have to pull the trigger and engage. Like, I would like to see Wukong go through base gate and look for a flank. Try and land like a fat ultimate. And Eve potentially get on a flank as well. But as Pumpkin, I thought was ulting into the back line and trolling, but they've landed every ability there. Actually.
Ooh, they got the Lee Sin.
Yeah, that was really well played from... I think that was well played from Cyber Athletes, but then also well played from... And he just, as he left the game... we'll have to tell them to not leave the game. This is a tower dive from the Mord onto the Eve. This game is looking real grim. A few more kills, and I think maybe they push the end here, but Senna's not the fastest turret taker.
The Trist is pumping out DPS though.
Yeah, he is. He's actually survived. Managed to survive. He has the PD, the good ulti into turret, gets the shutdown onto Aurelia. But Mord Senna will be breaking the inhib, and I think that's about it, because Aphelios is alive. So, all in all...
The game is saved for a bit.
I was going to say, all in all, if you're LS, you're happy about this, because the Aphelios gets to eat inhib waves for the next 5 minutes, and potentially, if they don't lose the game, they manage to at least break a 2k, I call it like a 2k deficit when the inhib goes down.
Yeah, that's usually about right.
So Aphelios is going to get 2k in the bank if he can stall.
I definitely foresee a Baron into a quick close, but we can hope.
Well, it's a 14k gold lead.
If it's executed right, under a tower, maybe there's a chance.
I think they would have to run down.
True. Maybe under 2 towers. Wait, the Eve gets the Drake. That's pretty hype.
Yeah, now Wukong has a mountain Drake.
The Tom Kench is gonna Tom Kench him.
Oh, Lee got the kill like mid-8, I think.
That was really strange.
Yeah.
This Tom Kench is really just Tom Kenching people. He just runs up.
I guess they ban more Tom next series, or what?
Yeah, I'd get this team off Tom. It's like... It's absurd.
Well, they just actually couldn't play bot lane. Once they got solo killed, they just couldn't play the lane anymore, and then the game's pretty doomed from there. I'd probably like to see them with matchup that they can play. I think Palm is just really oppressive when it's like unsynergized gameplay. When you're not really like a structured team, I think Palm's OP. Because the Palm just solo kills people. So he's gone in with his full vitality and being one shot.
They have no evo.
Wait, this might be winnable by the way, if they play on Tristana here.
Does the Trist live?
I think
The
Trish
Triss
needs
lives.
to take her and they can live, and then they can win the game. Not win the game, but win the fight.
Eve has ult soon. Eve can kill Maud in like 10 seconds. If Eve gets the Maud shot down, that's pretty huge. They're just going
Where's the
top.
Tama? Top wave. But they've left center. Literally, Tristana should just go run and jump on center.
Just get
Look,
in there, lad.
what's he doing?
Wait, what? The setter's just standing in base. Just run at him. Look at him.
I guess they had like a couple supers maybe crashing, or just one super wave crashing onto the turret, and they didn't want to lose that turret. And they're deciding to give 3 inhibs so that they can farm 3 waves of supers and scale back into the
It's
game.
genius. Why would you
Yeah.
only get 2k when you can have 6k?
Is he going? Is Aphelios going Runons now?
I think so, yeah. He might feel like he has to go PD.
Yeah, he did. Oh no, that's Tristana with PD. Never mind. Well, like Runons Aphelios actually clears minion waves quite well.
Yeah, it's insane.
If he had IE, he would clear the minion better. Oh my lord,
Ooh.
that's a one shot.
That is a one shot. Maybe they can get more. He has no ult.
Yeah, that's a good flash. Yeah, definitely a kill. Oh, dude.
That's
Game's
really
doomed.
sad.
Yeah, game's doomed.
Game's definitely doomed.
That was a 1k shutdown for Tristana there.
That 1k is in the bank. This game's so winnable.
Actually, not even capping the game's winnable. Time's just soloing the inhib, and I don't think there's anything anyone can do about it because the main 2 damage dealers are dead.
There is not much to be done versus this Kench. He is large and in charge.
Large and in charge. I like that. Where'd you hear that one?
I have no idea.
I like one center. I don't know what it's called. The sleep, the snare, the root.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, like half health really awesome. Oh, you hate to see it from the Wukong, don't you?
The Monkey King does not feel good today.
The Aurelia ult is kind of Monkey-esque, you know, there's a bit of damage going out. Aphelios gets hit by the Aurelia E. He's trying to kite with his red chakra arms, but no, that doesn't work. It's just kind of doing her best to wave clear the minions. Lee Sin's here with his mentality. Wait. Actually,
He's Moby boosted down.
he's actually running it.
The
He actually has
Mordekaiser's
no
here
boost.
though.
He's actually running down mid. I'm gonna report him. If I get a end of game lobby screen, I'm actually reporting Lee Sin. I'm not even trolling. There's not much to say really. They've just used their 15k, 14k, 13k gold lead to end the game.
They definitely walked up and clicked some heads.
I can't tell you what has been all chatted. Lucky you turned it off.
And here we are, back to
Okay,
the
I can
caster
actually
screen.
report him. I'm reporting him. I never like to see a Moby Boot AP item on Lee Sin going down mid.
Definitely not the play. It's
Not-
suboptimal at best.
So I think it was really lane gap this game. If I had to summarize it, bot lane gap, top lane gap. I'd like to see maybe some bans coming out to help red team in next game.
Yeah,
Where they can
get rid of the Tom.
get rid of Tom.
Get a top laner
Uh,
matchup that you can play. Like,
yeah, maybe pick a tank top laner if you're not comfortable in playing Wukong maybe. And try and I don't know, try and not lose lane too hard. I think they had the red team had definitely had the right idea in the sense that they tried playing through mid lane. And unfortunately the skirmish in their jungle didn't go their way. But if you coin flip that skirmish in their favor, it's probably a different game.
there's
So
definitely points where it was winnable.
yeah, I think it's winnable if they play through jungle mid. Seem to be like their 2 most synergized kind of
But yeah,
comfortable players.
they just need better matchups in their side lanes so they don't
Yeah,
die as well.
yeah.
Alright, I think we'll dip to a pause and we'll come back when game 2 is ready.
We call them a break.
We call them a break
in
around here.
broadcasting terms. Yep.
Alright, we're going to a break. We are back for game
We are
2.
back. Welcome. I was talking to Jackson about my love for TFT. I'm
I
never.
I
I've
used to
always
play
been the
TFT.
guy that flames TFT players, but I'm now a TFT player.
It's fun. It's always been fun.
Well, it's definitely a game where I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's just fun. I never thought it was fun. Then I started playing with like a few people who I'm friends with, and
Yeah,
I'm actually very big
you know
TFT
it now.
connoisseur. I'm
It's
trying to
just
get
yeah.
rank 1. I'm trying to get rank 1 in TFT. If my mechanics won't let me get rank 1 in League, then surely my brain lets me get rank 1 in TFT.
That's true. You don't need to micro too hard.
Anyway, Interpick ban, they've banned Senna, so they've already adapted.
I reckon the center's not the problem. Get rid of the Thomas Kench.
Well, the saying is adapt or die, and
They've
they
adapted.
died once, and now they're adapting. So they got another chance to adapt or die. Um, and they've definitely banned 2 champions that punished them last game. And I think Cyber Athletes are going to do the same bans. INT IQ have changed their bans up. TFT is a great
Yeah.
game, kind of like poker and tower defense mix. Yeah. Well, TFT, like, what me and Carbon do. Carbon, for those of you that don't know, is the old pro player, washed up, just like me. He We play a couple solo queue games, and solo queue inevitably is going to get you very frustrated. It is inevitable. You cannot play 10 solo queue games in a row and not get frustrated once, right? Like, I think it is inevitable you will get frustrated.
Yeah,
And
something dumb
we,
always happens.
then we'll be in the same duo lobby, and then we'll just click change game mode and change to TFT rank. And then all of a sudden, not even joking, after the TFT game, no matter on placements, we're happy. Like, it's just a game that makes you really chilled out and makes you happy if you're playing with your friend.
So you can go get back on that solo queue
Yeah, I
grind.
genuinely recommend TFT as a de-tilt game, as a de-stress.
Detour,
Actually,
okay.
I think like you play 1 or 2 TFT games and you can't help but be in a good mood.
They've taken
Cause
away the ringer from Pato 9. Wait, I need to hop into draft. I'm
yeah,
trolling.
hop into draft. You've actually just entered Champ Select really hard, but it's your first time broadcasting, so we'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
We'll take it, we'll
Uh,
take it.
so wait a second.
I've
What's
been
going on?
into
Technical difficulty. Sorry, we have to mention that was a technical difficulty. I can't even say the word. And we'll hop back into Tramp Select in a hot minute. One of the players wasn't able to select their champion, uh, and we will resume in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
the weight has been dropped in chat.
Damn it, we didn't get resumed. I thought I could predict it, but
You almost on
definitely
the timeline.
definitely missed out.
So what are you playing TFT? What's your
In TFT, I
yeah?
love playing Mech Infiltrator. Like, it
Okay.
G's me up so hard. I get so excited rolling for my level at level 7. Rolling for my level 3 class as Shaco is just like it's like a drug. Like, it's euphoric feeling. I just can't stop. But sometimes I lose because I mess up my economy because I'm just like one more roll, one more roll, one more roll. Like, I
You're
can't
so
stop rolling.
close.
Mm.
The dopamine just comes through.
Yeah, that's what it is. The dopamine. When the dopamine hits, like as soon as I see Shaco appear on my screen, I get this dopamine rush. Uh,
Everything is better.
I actually can't tell. I can't tell if these dudes like me or if they're just like massive memeing. You know, like
You can
I
never
can't tell if
tell.
I can't tell if Nagoya likes me or is just like massive meme lord does not like me. Because some people, some people do that. And this guy's like, bro, I love you, homie.
No homo. Full homo. Fair enough.
Come on, we can't be saying that. Come on, man. There's a reason we're not showing you chat on stream.
That's true. But
Um, I
it could
I
still be
actually
very sarcastic, the love for you. I can't tell.
they're very sarcastic. I do think Fruitcake likes me, and I actually like Fruitcake. So Extend.
Is setting up a new lobby. We
I.
will just be a
Oh,
moment
so we're
then.
leaving lobby. Yeah, we're setting up a new lobby.
Mhm.
The thing is, I think a lot of solo queue players, in general, or like players in solo queue, form opinions of each other based off like a solo queue game.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's very
yeah.
important to like be able to disassociate like solo queue from the person, because I think there's obviously everyone wants to be like the best version of themselves in a solo queue game and represent themselves like a certain way. But obviously, like sometimes people get frustrated. Um, I think it's important to like not hold people to. It's important. Obviously, you can hold people to a standard for sure, but you know if they fall below that standard, it's important not to hold a grudge.
Yeah,
Um,
things happen in
yeah,
the
and I
heat
think
of the
a lot.
solo queue game.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people think that people hold grudges because of solo queue, but I think it's important to just let stuff go. Um, you know, it's I always find it's more taxing and it requires more energy to like to hold something against someone than it is to just let it go.
Yeah, to be pissed off.
Yeah,
It's
to be
mental effort. They're
yeah,
living in your
so
head rent free.
rent free. So genuinely, I really don't dislike or don't have a problem with anyone from solo queue. Like in terms of like mentals, you know, in
Yeah,
living
makes
in my head.
sense.
So we're into the new lobby. Um,
We're gonna get this
there was a
kicked
bug.
off in a moment.
For some reason, there was a bug. Not sure what happened. There seems to be another bug right now. He had to. Yeah, there seems to be some champ select bugs going on. Um, oh my gosh, what's he linking me? He actually just entered. He actually just entered in their game. Uh, how did you only do 8k damage?
That's
Surely
that's
aftershock.
impressive.
Surely aftershock would have just gotten you over the 10k mark.
He tried his best.
Yeah.
Whether he succeeded or not, that's yet to be determined.
This Nagaya guy is either really genuine or the biggest troll of 2020. I actually can't
Yeah,
tell.
he's real committed to it.
Yeah.
Wait, did you see the Fnatic game?
No, I didn't. You want to talk to me about it?
Um, it was just a match that didn't matter because Vitality's 1 and 16.
As in what sense didn't it matter?
For Vitality, like they're just trolling, and they won the game with like Ghostblade, Titanic Hydra, Scion, and Nemesis is playing Graves, and like
Wait,
it's.
did the
Oh,
game
wait,
matter
wait,
for
wait.
Fnatic?
I don't think so because they have Whippo playing bot lane. Their bot
Is this
lane.
the last week? No, second last week.
Yeah, I got no idea, but self-made 17-8 on even lost.
EU LCS standings. Yeah, we'll be in EU stream right now. So Origin is 13 wins, Fnatic's 13 wins, G2's 15 wins, and then the next closest 11 wins. But points, they're 6 points ahead, so I don't know what that means, but
It seems
let's check.
like G2 versus Misfits didn't matter either because Dandan's playing Teemo
Yeah, sure.
and Wundo is playing top lane Bard.
Yeah. Uh, trying to find EU schedule. Wait, I think EU's done. I think that's the last game.
That's a loss. Okay, that makes sense then.
Well, I'm clicking on EU, LEC.
Yeah.
Oh wait, maybe I think I griefed. Wait, yeah, that was their last games. So
Okay.
now it's
Okay.
playoffs.
That makes sense then.
Mm. So Fnatic couldn't catch anyone. So it didn't matter, I guess.
So they whipped out the Whippo Jarvan support.
Yeah, I guess.
Seems like you have a lot of fans in this lobby.
Yeah, who knows, man. Jews or Pabu. We were born ready. Yeah, I've got. Are you reading the lobby chat?
Yeah.
Alright,
We're in.
okay. We're into Champ Select now. There shall be no more issues. I've foreseen it. I don't know if we're doing new bans or we're keeping the same. But I think most teams are gonna go with the same bans anyway because there was no picks were that were changed.
In the interest of being friendly, surely you just
Well, I
pop the
think
same draft.
the enemy team said that they were playing Karthus. So I don't think you can redo bans because then they might ban
Yeah, true. That'd be pretty dog. Just ban the Karthus.
so
I can't remember
they
what they picked here.
well no that this was the bug. They were meant to first pick Rengar, I believe. Instead they've hit them up with the first pick Darius. By looking at Maximize the champion pool, Darius in isolation may actually not be that bad, but you know, Maximize probably just hits him up with the Vlad, and I assume it's just like free farm matchup.
Yeah, it's a bit scary for Vlad, because if...
Oh, he doesn't own Nautilus. That's not first pick.
Okay, the Darius is Nautilus first pick, so we're gonna have to remake lobby.
Yeah, this is a really doomed lobby.
Hype.
1P is not. Wait, why didn't they just say? Wait, why did they drop lobby? Oh my gosh.
We're back. Definitely a doomed lobby.
But can he just buy Naught?
Can we reorder the players? There is no placeholders.
Yeah, just buy Naught. Otherwise, the same thing's gonna happen, right? Like,
Yeah. we've kicked it off again. We're in Jam Select again.
okay, you need to change scenes again.
So I must. To the briny deep. You know whose band sound is really satisfying?
Who
Yumi's.
is it? What does she say?
She says, more of a dog person, huh?
That's pretty cool.
And
Because I am a dog person, so I would ban Yumi.
it makes me happy, because I know Yumi's like a little ticked off every time she says that. Genuinely
Just a
upset.
little. Okay, so we have the same bands.
Where's the Darius lock-in? He's got
Oh, he bought Nautilus. My man's. He literally dropped lobby to
to
buy
buy
Naught. Hey,
Nautilus. What a
if
king.
you
That's a
pick,
kingpin move.
but if you first pick Rengar against the Rengar one trick, surely you just get blasted.
I don't know. Like, does the Rengar one trick have an answer to Rengar in
I
his
mean,
wheelhouse?
well, he did say that it was something was Karthus, and like you don't think I don't think Karthus is good into Rengar, but also
Yeah.
Karthus is good into Rengar because you just get like a massive EXP lead, but also Rengar can just one shot you.
It's like Elise, right?
Yeah, it's literally ADLAs, I think, in terms of like how the matchup plays out. But usually he just chases your buff. Like he does one camp, walks to your buff, and then like sits in the bush, and you pretty much die from there.
Yeah. Rengar's build versus Karthus is good. Rengar's gameplay versus Karthus is good.
If he locks in Yi, I'm not playing. Since he's a master Yi jungle into Rengar, I assume the Yi just meditates Rengar's burst and then wins the all-in after.
I reckon Yi on like Blood Razor would dumpster Rengar.
Wait, what if they lock in Taric and just go funnel? I'm serious.
That would be incredibly exciting. I would be thrilled.
Never mind. What if
It's a
what if
flexible
Doom
Lucian.
game what if Doom game takes Taric out and denies the Taric and puts Taric support into Nautilus? Really big brain, right?
It is huge brain,
How big brain?
but it appears they will concede the Taric unless they ban it away. They've banned the
Yeah, they
Taric.
banned it.
Okay, yep.
CBF. CBF versing it.
Definitely not a champion you want to verse.
Also, I don't think they were picking it once they took Lucian, but who
You,
knows?
you
Maybe they can confirm or deny for us later.
you could still pick Taric third here and just play Taric Rengar. That's not bad.
Taric
Like,
Rengar's fine, right? You just put the tether on him and he just jumps in and stuns your carry.
yeah. You can never one-shot him because he just has the R coming down. You can do both. You can like preempt the R like a little bit before Rengar jumps.
So what you're telling me is Taric's broken with Rengar.
The champ's just broken with everybody. Anything that has a gap closer is nuts.
I think if you can get away with Taric in bot lane, it's giga OP.
Yeah. Anytime they pick Nautilus or Braum, you just smack the Taric lock in. It's
It's
free win.
literally any melee matchup, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe Tom's a bit hard, but everything else.
That band set. Is it Rengar top?
I think it's
Echo
Rengar top,
jungle?
yeah.
Uh,
I think that is most likely.
What if it's Master Yi top?
That would be almost as exciting as Master Yi
Fruitcake's a Pyke
jungle.
player, right? Is he or not?
I don't know. What's gonna be locked in for 94735? Or are they gonna flex the Yi top and get Pat 09? Counter pick to the
Well,
Echo.
Pato 9 seems like their kingpin player with Totoro. Put all the resources on him.
It's a
Alright, so
Silas top.
nah, it's
Well, seems like Silas will get dumped by Rengar.
I feel like any of those picks would get dumped by Rengar. Lucian would too, surely,
Yeah, definitely.
in top lane.
It's not fun. I've played that matchup a couple times. You just get
Yeah.
owned.
So I would say Cyber Athletes one draft.
Yeah.
And Rizza, so Doomed Game, who's Rizza, he's like a Syndra one trick, or not one trick, but yeah, one trick.
It's
So
definitely his
he's got his
highest
Syndra.
performing champion.
Yeah. So he's got Syndra.
Lucian's fairly okay into Syndra though. It's hard to play though. You have to play fairly aggressive and oh, he's playing? Is it Syndra jungle?
It could be.
Well, that's
They have till 20 seconds. Like they have till 20 seconds to swap. If they
Syndra
swap below
jungle.
20 seconds, then they're really, it's illegal.
Syndra
They
jungle
should be
is
punished.
playable. Okay, they're swapped.
It is playable, but it is playable, but I doubt it.
It's definitely not good, but it does function.
Alright, it is Silas into Rengar, Yi jungle into Echo, Lucian and Kai'Sa and Nautilus. So it looks like they love playing AD's mid.
Yeah.
Tutorific is just playing ADC's mid, but when I look at his OPGG,
Mhm.
it's not in his most played.
That's strange. But the Yi definitely has 1v9 potential in this game. He definitely has the opportunity to pop off.
Does he? It's like he doesn't.
I don't know. He gets one kill on like the Syndra. It's pretty free. The Rengar's pretty killable.
So like his most played Fizz, second most played is Ryze, then Echo, then Set, then Aurelia, then Lucian.
A bit strange. He has a bunch of champions he can be picking, and he just locks in the Lucian. Maybe
I'm surprised he hasn't played any Ryze.
that champ's pretty hype. I like Ryze. Feels like it's just gonna be some rough matchups though. I think the side lane matchups are just too hard to win this game.
Yeah. So
I think Kai'Sa Not is good, but I also feel
I,
like a skillful Pyke is gonna win the lane.
at, doesn't MF just win every lane though? Isn't that the problem with MF?
Kinda, yeah. She does just take no damage at 1v2.
But Nautilus can win this lane. Like if not Smurfs and lands a hook on MF, then Kai'Sa like you know the Kai'Sa W like passive proc thing,
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
mega wins. They mega win trades, but I think in terms of like the bot lane, Kai'Sa and Nort have to win on an all in, whereas Pyke MF can win on like very non-committal
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
you know bullet
The Pyke just gets to
not
throw
bullet time.
hook and like
Yeah,
you can't kill the Pyke in return.
yeah. So we have a minute until we load it back and load into game. Who's your tips? Who's winning?
I just feel like Rengar into Sylas is too hard to play. The E needs to pray his team's not dead at like 15 minutes. And
What if his
like,
team's not dead?
oh, then I think he has a real opportunity to carry the game. He gets a bit
So
of aim.
are you saying that Ye's a decent champion if you're not inting?
No, he still doesn't really do anything, but he does a lot of damage. He's just the Yasuo of the jungle without the useful ultimate. It's like I don't know. I think he's a bit underrated in terms of how like what his potential is, but I don't think he's a good champion.
Yeah.
Especially if you can meditate cancel properly, the champion has a lot of like front loaded burst.
Outplay potential even.
Yeah. But apart from that he has nothing else in his kit. But I've definitely played like a bunch of like diamond solo queue games where like the Yi just 1v1s my Lee Sin at level 6 and it's like okay, now the game is hard because the Yi's ahead and he just runs around killing people and it's like okay, can Red Smite Yi just win every jungle matchup?
Yeah. I always struggle versing like those weird jungle champs. Like I always struggle versus like Ye, Rengar, and all that. I guess I don't really respect their burst, and then I get bursted.
Yeah. I think Yi just does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's like because you think it's Ye, right? And pre-6, you're like, I'm gonna try punish him. I'm gonna fight him, and then you end up just getting blasted by like Conqueror, like his Wuju blade, whatever it's called, E, and then there's just like a lot of like damage that comes out of nowhere if you're not used to versing it.
Yeah.
Are you 0-0-0 in game?
Yeah. I'll speak up when it starts moving and make sure we're synced.
Mhm.
It started?
Yeah.
Alright, we're good then. I'll hop into the overlay. Is my League of Legends gonna load in? There we go. There we go. Let's configure chat off.
Yeah, you gotta put it off every game.
Yeah,
It's been
definitely.
no one's ultrated yet. I'll be the. It looks like we're gonna have a invade level 1.
Ooh, 2 5 stacks.
Yeah. Who wins level 1? I think our Rengar team like if
The-
Echo lands a really good W.
yeah,
But they're not
yeah.
even together, so. Oh,
I think Kai'Sa's pretty damn good level 1 though.
that's
Wait,
actually
just
a
go on
good
the
flash
pike, go on the
trade.
pike. Oh, they got MF, they got MF.
No, but if he should have gone on the pike. It's really in. The
Yeah.
pike had no flash, no aftershock, nothing.
Oh no.
Um, yes.
That is a sad outcome.
Okay, guys, so we have 3 kills over 2 cyber athletes. Level 1, let me open up the scoreboard. It's Rengar with the 2 kills.
Yeah.
So it's definitely unlaneable now for Silas, unfortunately.
He has 2 Doran's blades.
Syndra also got 1 kill. Um, it is really, really, really Monkey S Gaming. If anyone knows what Monkey S Gaming is, then please tell me, because I don't know what it is. I just thought it sounded like the right thing to say at that situation.
I also think Halo Blades Kai'Sa is insane. I think you should take it every game.
But do you know like reason being for Halo Blades Kai'Sa?
Well, it's like, it's trading as nuts in lane, Because if they're like, I don't know the reasoning personally, but I've put my own in my own head.
Yep.
It's just like better trading that's like easier to get off, and then also every time you press R, you just auto them 3 times. Like you just one shot someone.
So a lot of Kaisers actually go. A lot of Kaisers actually go. Manamune.
Oh
Right?
yeah, it gives them presence of mind. Wait,
No,
the Rengar?
but Halo Blade. Nice.
Yeah?
I got shot down. Sorry, yeah. But
Oh, Halo Blades just applies all the...
Halo Blades, you have to go crit.
Okay.
Because the Halo Blades, like your auto, like you're proccing your autos quicker, and like you go crit. But when you go Manamune, it's like not as efficient to have Halo Blade.
Okay. That makes sense. But the Halo Blade just seems really busted. Like in lane, if they ever land a hook onto MF, like the Kai'Sa ults in with the W and then just like autos him a bunch of times.
I'll be honest, I played Halo Blades Kai'Sa and I didn't feel the bustedness. But also maybe just me. Maybe I'm the problem.
I don't think it's busted necessarily. It just felt good. I'm a Halo Blades fan personally. Ooh, good flash.
Nice little flash trade. That's a good gank from Echo because trading flashes with the Lucian is really valuable because the Lucian then can't play the matchup the way he wanted to play it.
Yeah, Lucian needs to play up. Echo doesn't care about his flash.
Yeah. So what I want to see from Rengar here is like him freezing wave. He has lane control. I want to see him like let the wave bounce like kind of to the middle and then just keeping the wave there. Because like if the waves are under tower for Sylas, then it's pretty much like Sylas just free farming for no reason.
Yeah, he can definitely deny this Sylas pretty hard. That was a really bad trade out of the Pyke.
Yeah, but it is also Pyke. He had 3 pots. He has 3 pots.
That's true. Any trade's a good trade at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Sylas can't come to lane. He can't attend this wave.
Rengar can literally freeze for 10 minutes and there's nothing they can do because Yi wants to farm. So like Sylas' best play might actually be just running bot.
Yeah.
But at that point the game's doomed. But he's got Seekers. Maybe it's laneable now.
No. It's... Maybe he can farm, but he can't lane. It's too hard.
Isn't farming laney?
I guess, but he'll cop it pretty hard still. This wave's gonna... Yeah, that wave's big enough to bounce. Whoop, the mid 1v1? Oh, okay.
He sounded so upset after that.
I'm not upset. I was just a bit hyped. It looked good for a bit, and then it didn't look good.
It looked good until Syndra hit the outplay button, huh?
Yeah, she just clicked skills.
Okay, so again, it looks like we have some really rough gaming in top lane. He's down 15 CS, 3 kills. Bot lane, much of the same, down a kill, down turret plates, down CS. You really have to wonder how these games would play out if we just had like some normality beyond level 3. But the games have kind of just evolved into chaos. Last game was like level 3 where they got 3 kills and this game was level 1. Like they've kind of... It feels like INT IQ is literally on a deficit 9 times out of 10 just from like... Ooh, wait, that was a blind hook by the way.
He's nuts.
Yeah, he's moving.
Yeah, bad things just happen so quickly every game.
Yeah.
Really like avoidable things as well.
Yeah. And cause like they're playing like... I mean... For the most part, INT IQ at least are trying to do things to come back into the game. And now I wonder if the game was like in an even state early on, you know, those things that they're trying to do to recover the game, maybe they do it on an even footing and they swing the game into their like favor.
I reckon, yeah, some of the plays from last game would have worked out if they weren't so far down the drain.
But like, you know, this Kai'Sa's going Manamune build.
Her items look so sad.
He's going Manamune build.
Wait, the Pyke flashes in.
Yeah, Fruitcake literally deciding he doesn't want to win this lane anymore.
Wait, just kill him.
Does Nort have hookup? If Nort has hookup, I think they can actually like reverse that fight, by the way. Oh wait. Oh no, oh no, if you land that hook two, he dies.
Wait, the E gets kills. The E gets kills.
He does, he's...
Does he? Does the MF just run away?
I've been auto-directed in the other direction while I'm watching the Syndra play the outplay. Click the outplay blood onto Dilution, and that's a solo kill.
The MF's out. Oh no.
This is really doing the game. Rengar is the ultimate, Echo's ganking the top lane. Sylas kills Echo ult. He can go back, can run down, but there's a bush there unfortunately. Rengar hits the flash, he's gonna hit the parallel convergence. And oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see that.
That's definitely the worst outcome.
Well, yeah, you couldn't have made it any worse, right? Like that is genuinely the worst.
Yeah, the Sylas has no flash, no ult.
Yeah, like
Still
the flash,
dies.
the flash for distance was good, but
It was a bit late.
there comes a certain point where you can't flash auto attacks. Like,
Yeah.
there's a certain point in the auto attack where you can't flash.
If he does it a bit earlier, I think it's good, but...
Yeah. So, there's actually 2 points, I think, in a flash. The first point, if you flash just early enough, it cancels the auto attack, and then the second one is if you do it just late enough, the auto attack follows. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, that was the auto attack following.
Every champ's different in how it follows, like when it does.
There's a few champions that have an ability that's an auto attack enhance, and it means that they have like a more of a window for the auto attack to follow you.
Yeah, I think Rengar, his auto attacks come out pretty quick, and like they follow you almost straight away, right?
Rengar's Q does follow quite past like his normal range, I think.
Yeah.
But you know, Master Yi's been uninterrupted farming. He's got one death score, but
If he got that MF kill, I reckon he'd be in a decent spot.
yeah.
Sylas is looking for trades.
Do you reckon this Rengar build's insecure? Do you reckon
It is pretty
that's
insecure.
mentality?
I reckon, in my head, Blade of the Ruined King sounds good. Because he
Yeah,
gets
but
it.
sometimes the way your head works is really different.
That is true. He gets attack speed from his Q though, so I can imagine it being somewhat effective.
He just took Rengar ult and he's going mid.
That's pretty hype. Ooh, this is a fight? There's not much fight.
No, he's just been outplayed by Syndra once again. This is a really nice MF ult. So I don't know if this will be a useful tip, but for someone who doesn't play ADC too much, I'll wait on that because the Sylas has used the Rengar ult mid, and just been killed. And that's a really nice hit from Fruitcake. Nice flash onto the Pyke ult. Autos him in tower range. Oh, hooks him back, but he's not taking aggro. But the Nautilus might solo kill the Pyke. Nah, Pyke's region's just a little bit too much. MF's gonna pick up the kill here. One thing I was gonna say for anyone that's watching that is an ADC main or wants to transition to ADC, as Pyke picks up the next kill. And you know, believe it or not, I didn't know this by the way when I played MF for a few games.
Yeah?
So, and I found it useful when I saw it. Okay, I thought he was doing thing, but using your E. I
Okay.
personally find that disappointing to see.
It is a bit disappointing.
Like, you're playing a tournament and it's fun, but it feels very disrespectful towards your opponents. And they're playing like, you know, like INT IQ are good sports and they're laughing about it, but I would like to see better sportsmanship, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway, as I was saying, so MF, you drop your E into ult for harass or just in general a really good ultimate. But like I didn't play MF much, and so I was just trying to ult team fights. But dropping E before you ulti on the target to slow them makes so much of a difference. But it sounds so simple, right? Like it sounds like of course you do that. But
It's pretty hard to do consistently.
yeah, but I genuinely didn't even realize that wasn't like until I saw someone do it, I didn't realize that was the optimal interaction.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. In lane, if you have a wave, like a wave pushing in, and you just ER them on the tower,
Yeah.
you deny so much CS, and you harass them so hard.
So that's what I was talking about with the Master Yi and the meditate. Just like meditate Rengar's burst. Obviously it doesn't matter because Rengar's 5-1, but you see how that plays out. Rengar's going for the tail dive. if he had heel cut, maybe there was a tail dove, but you know, he knew his echo was coming up. The echo's hit the parallel convergence. It's probably a poorly placed one.
Ooh.
Nearly outplayed by Silas, but he doesn't get the ulti off.
Maybe Lucian picks up the
Yeah,
trade.
now. I don't know if Lucian's in a state in which, yeah, he failed dash over the wall anyway. But I don't know if he's in a state where even the damage is relevant enough, because, you know, Echo had flash, Echo had blue smite. I think Lucian's going to get tail dove here. They're going to lead with the Echo W. Again, it seems like a poorly placed W, but I don't think it matters. Like, the Black Cleaver on the ring guy makes it too tanky, the Pike's ramped up. MF can 1v2 bot lane, they're going to break top tower. It is definitely doomed game.
I reckon the Kai'Sa not has enough that they can kill the MF. I think they should try.
But they have to try. I don't know if they have enough, but they have to try. Like, you can't just play this game out the way that it's going and be comfortable to come back into the game. You know, it's a, what is it? It's a 13k gold lead at 12 minutes.
Surely you just go, yep.
Yeah, they have to go. That's a
They're going.
right
This is good, this is good, this is good.
I've been auto-directed in the other way, other direction. It's another death on the Silas, and yeah,
That's a
nice.
shot down on the Yi.
Like,
All
that
right.
is the best possible play, and it's good that they identified it, but Syndra's down here, lands 1 QE, and they're on, like, death points. Yeah, Rengar's on the bot lane, Syndra's landed double kill. Man, it's a 13k gold lead at 13 minutes. They've literally got a 1k lead every 1 minute. Every minute. Not every 1 minute. English was not my strong subject. High school.
When you were playing your high school league tournaments.
I wish there was high school league when I played at high school. I'm way too boomer for high school league. Wait, were you were in? Oh, you were in high school. I don't think high school esports was around as well, right?
Yeah, not really. It was around when I was like at the end of high school, but I was past.
Playing OPL.
Yeah.
What was your best subjects at high school? Rengar, wait. Rengar's literally.
That was a lot of burst.
He has lethality now. He's gone insecure into secure.
He's become secure.
Yeah. But I think Silas can outplay here. You know,
Yeah.
if his W comes off cooldown.
My best subjects in school. I don't know. I took some pretty bludge subjects when I finished methods in year 11.
Did you do VC? You did, right?
Yeah.
That's really nice for Pike, honestly. But
Ooh, if he had flash, that would have been sick. That's another shutdown for the Yeet.
His Yeet's about to Yeet. Here we go.
Ooh. Yeah, that's another shutdown.
Honestly, I'd be telling Kai'Sa not to take those kills anymore.
If that's on the Yi.
Yeah. It's 14 minutes in, they've lost their 2-2 mid tower. Nautilus spent a flash. It's looking like a roughie.
Imagine if they had the Taric.
Yeah, dude, winnable, right? At a certain point, the blue team should just be saying, okay, we've all played pretty poorly up until this point. Master Yi is probably our only win condition. Let's just trade kills. Let's trade 2 for 1, 1 for 3, but make sure Yi gets the kill.
Yeah, just get Yi as much gold as you can.
Yeah, potentially you come back into the game.
I think if Yi goes QSS, he can 1v1 Syndra pretty easily.
He needs to... He needs to, like, if the Yi meditates Syndra ult, can he win? I don't think so, because it's a 10 stack Dark Seal, and he's probably going to base and get a death cap, right?
Yeah, the problem is, I think, the Yi needs to be not behind enough that he can just run at the Syndra and use Q to dodge something.
Yeah, he's got a death cap, it doesn't matter anymore. Oh my. That's a nice little juke there from the Yi, but it doesn't matter. They're getting tailed over in their base in 15 minutes. This is
Ooh,
really...
there's kills here though.
Is there? What kind of kills are there?
Kill a Pike.
Okay.
Rengar as well. The Rengar as well.
Okay. Okay.
That's money in the bank.
And we're getting the Medjay shutdown on the Echo or what? We're giving him the Medjay before we take the Medjay. That's really intelligent gaming. They literally...
That is absolutely big brain.
They literally gave Medjay stacks to take them away.
Look at his book. It's empty. The Echo's book is now... The Yi has his Rage Blade done.
You know, well, I'm
Yeah?
I'm talking. I want to bring something up in chat, right? And talk about it since this game is in this state. I
Yeah?
think it's important that we become maybe a little bit, I guess, information, like give a bit of information.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue that like there's been ample amount of players that played OPL that were like D1, D2 players. In the sense that okay, like let's use. I mean, Maximize is D1. Xden is like Grandmaster. And Nagoya is Grandmaster too, I believe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Uh. So I think most players who realized that they wanted to play OPL at a certain point were just hovering like D1, D2, and then they decided to take the game seriously and make a real push for playing professionally, in which then they grinded to like Challenger, Grandmaster, because once you're in like D1 or around D1 Master tier, like your talent is there, and it's just about like then playing to improve as opposed to playing just to play. Um, if that makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
that makes sense.
And
I
so
mean, like,
like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, someone in this game, like the Grandmaster players, decided that one day they wanted to play OPL and made a serious push for it. It doesn't mean that they will necessarily make it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
well,
Like,
I mean, like, the example that first comes to mind straight away is like, as of fairly recently, is like, um,
Isles was a guy who was like D2, D1 and then figured out he wanted to play OPL and literally just climbed.
yeah, you have like Isles, Violet, Puma.
Yeah, those guys literally came out of like D1, D2, because like someone in chat said that, talking about the talent,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, and OPL, and I thought like, well, sure, this game may look like a bit chaotic, but there's definitely players in this game who, if they take the game seriously, have the right work ethic, you know, and put like have the correct practices in place, then they could play OPL. But you know, it's not up to like some people don't want to play OPL, and some people just want to play solo queue for fun, play solo queue with their friends, and that's fun too.
Yeah, I think probably Violet's the best example that comes to my mind because he climbed pretty hard pretty quick.
Yeah, he just got coaching from King, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
As well, and that really helped him.
And then it'll
I
just
think
started clicking for him.
I do think coaching is significantly underrated. If you can find like a good coach, which sometimes is a little bit hard, but if you can find a good coach, I think it really increases your game.
Yeah, finding a good coach is hard though.
Yeah. But I would say, okay, this game's over at 20 minutes.
It is done.
Finding a good coach is hard, but I think like if there's pro players that you respect and like pro players that you respect and pro players that know what they're talking about, then like they're definitely tools that can be utilized.
Yeah, I agree.
Because individual coaching is different from team play. I think coaching an individual is a lot easier than coaching a team, and therefore all you need to know is like all you need to be is optimal at your role, and you can coach that role. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So that is the conclusion too.
Is it? Or was it a
I,
BO3? Oh, it was a BO3.
it is a best of three.
Yeah. Okay. So congratulations to Cyber Athletes. It it was a belter performance from them. The two games were really solid. Um, I mean, there was no real player or anyone to fault, right? Like it was just really a all-round
Mm-hmm.
gap. Um,
Quick dubs.
we'll give commiserations to INT IQ. They had some two, you know, Totorific and Pattern 9 did show some stuff in those games. I definitely like the Nautilus pick from them too. You know, he did okay. Like it was just, I feel like the game's really swung on level 3, level 1 players.
Yeah,
Which
just real coin
made it
flip
really hard for them.
fights straight away made the games very hard.
Yeah. Um,
If that Rengar level one happens in like my scrim, I'm like I'm exiting the scrim. I'm not playing that one out. Like,
I've definitely had scrims remade for less. There's
yeah,
been there's been less mistakes and we've remade. So uh yeah, what's damage chart? Can we have a look at damage chart? Oh wait, I can check. Lol. I was watching
yeah,
your
yeah,
stream. So yeah, I mean maybe something to work on for INT IQ. Maybe their level 1s and their level 3. Just work on that. Because it felt like if they got out of lane even, they actually kind of knew what they were doing. Like, they identified to tower dive bot lane and things like that. But all around, it was just too strong from cyber athletes.
Yeah, they just needed to scale like a little bit, and then they can fight. But they
Mm.
fought too early and died.
Yeah, so, you know, um, congratulations once again to cyber athletes. It was a good dub for the boys. But I believe we're gonna head to a break.
Indeed.
And
We'll
we
be
will
back at
be
like.
back at no, I think we'll be back at 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we'll be back at 1:30, and this is where we'll be playing the exhibition match between me and Pabu. I'm gonna clap Pabu's head in, highlights the players that we drafted, and you don't want to miss it. So there'll be a break till 1:30. Make sure you come back at 1:30. You see some Kingpin gameplay. I'm literally just gonna be camping Pabu. There'll be like he actually can't play the game. I'm actually just picking a champion that can sit in his bush level 1. So you definitely, yeah,
River Juves in my lane.
River Juice, 100%.
Alright. See you guys at 1:30.
Peace, guys. See you at 1:30.
Peace.